word that they would call me.
Scarface?
Scarface.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was
and of course, you know, as a kid, that's hurtful.
Yeah.
You know, it hurt your feelings, so it made me mad. So then, of course, the fighting kept going till about 4th or 5th grade. I can't remember exactly where. I know the teacher that my aunt knew and I knew. She knew me since I was little. She was a 5th grade teacher, so it might have been 5th grade. So where my line kind of stopped with me being angry with it was about that 5th grade, where I went into my lunchroom, got my food, walking by, going to my table, and the kid that always started this stuff, off to the side, yells Scarface. So I walked to my table, I put my tray down, and I'm headed back. So she sees me, and she's an old black lady that just don't care. So she sees me walking, she comes right over, intercepts me, grabs me by my ear, lifts me up on my tiptoes, and pulls me off to the side. She said, "Where are you going?" I said, "Nowhere." She goes, "Oh, really? That's kind of funny, because why is your tray sitting over at that table and you're over going back towards the kid we all know that likes to bully everybody? Why are you going back over there?" And I'm like, "Well," she's like, "Yeah, we all know why you're going back over there, and you're going to keep getting in trouble." She goes, "Listen, where are you hurt at? Because I don't see any blood. I don't see any injuries on you at all. So for you to go fight that kid, I want to know where you're hurt. I want to know how he hurt you to where you got to go fight him." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not hurt." She goes, "Oh, so you want to fight because you got called a name, so you got your feelings hurt, and you want to go fight because of that." I said, "Well, yeah, I mean, how else am I supposed to?" She goes, those are just words." She goes, "If you live your life worrying about what other people say about you, you ain't going to make it very long. You're either going to be dead or you're going to be in prison by the time you get out of high school. It's just not worth it." So I was like, I mean, yeah, you're kind of right. So from that point on, I kind of just learned to, I'm not going to say I never fought again because of it, because I did. But by the time I got to high school, I really didn't have any, I don't think I ever had a fight in high school, because just from the people that, you know, I've been now with the same group since elementary school, so everybody knew me, they knew about it. So now everybody's used to it. Occasionally some new people would call me names, and I'm like, "Bro, is that the best you got?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think I've ever heard Scarface?
Come
on, man, I've had this 11 years. Come up with something better." So
I get it.
fast forward now, I become a Tampa police officer. So I'm out doing my thing on the street. I'm loving life. I mean, I'm putting as many people in jail as I can. Guess what my nickname on the street? Scarface. And I'm like,
yeah,
because now the movie had already come out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "You bet I am." That's right. So tell all your friends who I am.
Yeah.
I catch you out here doing stuff, I'm throwing you in the lockup. So it's kind of cool at that point. So
Yeah, it's kind of odd that it went from a horrible thing
right to
to
now I
something
like
ended
it.
up owning it.
Right.
And like me as a kid, I was a really fat kid. I'm 5'7" as an adult. So when you're fat as a kid, you're 5'4", you're big, round, you're tall.
Right.
So I fought a lot because I
Of course,
was fat.
Fat. Yeah.
Well, I grew up with my older brother was horrible to me, so I had no choice but to defend myself from somebody who was 6 years older than me. So I was not afraid to fight somebody my age and to drop them a hat. "You want to see fat? All right, here I come." So here's fat. And I had an older kid. When I was a kid, my brother, he took my bicycle. And my brother goes, "You either go fight him or I'm going to beat your ass. You pick it. Either way, you're getting your ass whooped. Who thinks it'll whoop your ass worse, me or him?"
Yeah.
So I go outside. The guy's probably 2-3 years older than me, probably a foot taller than me. A little skinny kid, tall. And I said, "Give him my bicycle back." He goes, "No." So I didn't say another word. I just bum rushed him and just caught him in the midsection with my shoulder. And once he got on the ground, he was out of breath. So I took advantage of him being out of breath, and I just started punching him in the face.
Yeah.
And then he got ran.
Got my bike back.
I got his bike too. He just ran. My brother was considerably bigger than him. Most people were terrified of my brother because his hobby was fighting. So as soon as he jumped up and see my brother standing there, knew that either he had to finish dealing with me or him.
Right.
He just left, and he left his bicycle with me. So I got his bicycle out of the story. So, I mean, so I was forced to either get an accident with my older brother, which I did not want. I knew what that was going to entail.
Right.
Or I had no idea what this guy could do, but I was going to take my chances with him.
I get you.
I knew where my brother's ass whooping was going.
Right.
And unfortunately, he's not with me no more, so I would have taken that ass whooping.
Yeah.
I lost him to drugs.
Yeah,
So-
drugs are a bad thing.